What's going on? Couldn't keep you lot waiting any longer, bruv. The queue is long, fam. Back again with another episode of Footy Talk, and this guy's gonna be flipping unbearable, blood. He got a haircut, man got a microphone, man got a chair, man got a Champions League and that, bruv. What are you saying, fam?
I'm not gonna lie, yeah. I might actually not be unbearable until DG gets here, innit? Probably because he's an Arsenal fan. But I'm soaking it in, man. It's not even been a week, and it's just the stuff of dreams. Do you know what I mean? Champions League winning it doesn't get any better than that. You know, when you beat us in Moscow, that was our first time going to the Champions League final. That hurt. Then we came back, got it, and that 2012 one was so different because we did a lot of shithousery. We didn't really play good football. We cleared a lot of balls off the line. We had to also, dig deep, man, and save penalties. And this team really every single round were just brilliant. They played great football. They dominated in every game. And I tried to warn City fans while paying respect to the fact that they were the better team and they were the favourites. The fact that, listen, every time you go to a Champions League final, the first time you go there, it's always a defeat. The record is there.
Yeah. You're right.
They were mad cocky. Do you know what I mean? They thought, listen, the better team will always win. And I keep telling people it's 90 minutes. Anything can happen. But I'm delighted, man. It doesn't get any better than this. For me, this is the best and biggest trophy in club football. Do you know what I mean? It's unbelievable, man. It's crazy.
No, absolutely, bruv. Like, the thing is, yeah, I don't watch along for the game, and you, man, deserved it. I can't even remember Mendy making a save of any merit.
Yeah. No, 100%.
It was literally the most one-sided final I think I've ever seen. I don't think I've seen a final where one team has not even looked like it, bro.
It's mad. Like De Bruyne, I know he went off, but he wasn't doing anything before he went off anyway.
Wasn't doing anything. He was stinking the place out. Bruv, listen, I reckon he faked it, mate. You know the man. But honestly, yeah, bruv, we saw Villarreal Man United, a brother finished the game, yeah, with a tampon up his nose and his head wrapped and that. De Bruyne didn't want it, fam. I'm telling you, my man's head got rattled and he thought, you know what? If I lie down, people might forget what I'm doing, bro. He was the worst player on the pitch by far.
Mahrez was quiet until that shot as well. Chilwell had him in his pocket. Sterling. Yo, DG. What's going on? Now we're cooking. We're cooking.
Wait. Listen.
Now we're cooking.
How can you wait? I understand why you got West, bro. But there's nothing to cook, man, bro. You man won, fam. Like, listen, I'll give you, man, your credit. You man, what? In fact, Matisse come and draw me out. I said you man are gonna win. Right? I understand. You know what it is with Matisse, yeah? He's one of them, man. He's just taking so many bullets. He's just coming out spraying. I've just stepped into the bar, my guy, and even grabbed the Henny. Relax, bro. Man got his fresh haircut ready for man, like I was talking West, bro. I told you, man, Pep's gonna bottle that thing. I told you, man.
I was shocked, man. When the lineup went out,
I sat here and I told you. I said Thomas Tuchel has his number. Last two games, he's had his number. He had his number again. It's a bit disrespectful that people are kind of just focusing on Pep bottling, and I think he did. You know, that whole experiment with, I don't want to say experiment because Gundogan's played in the six before, but it didn't bang. But Chelsea did their thing. You capitalized on their mistakes. There was a system. Reece James pocketed Sterling. You know, it's what it is. Like, handled him. Like, certain man looked like they wanted to win Champions League, and certain guys looked like they couldn't cope with the pressure. I don't know what was going on, man, with City, but their losses.
They're bottlers, bro.
Yeah, they bottled it. They're
bottlers.
No individual,
man can say in the big games, these man bottled it. You know them ones.
How many chances did that man have? Like Mahrez, where it went kind of, it hit the post or did something. That was the best chance I really saw from City. Apart from that, it was dead.
Do you know what it was? Yeah, like
these men don't want to
focus on it. Everybody did want to focus on Pep's mistakes. There's no holding midfielder. He came out in the interview the week before saying that, listen, Chelsea can hit you in the center because of the wing backs. They keep it wide. The striker, he keeps it high. All of these hand directions and whatnot. But then doesn't play a DM. I was shocked, but even still, it's a very, very strong City team. And last two times you've played them, people have been coming up with excuses saying, oh, you haven't played their strongest team. They haven't played the false nine. They haven't played this. They haven't played that. At the end of the day, Man City had their full strength team available, and whatever team the best manager in the world pick.
Bro, it's simple.
You know what I mean?
They lost. What they would done is level off. Pep said we've never been more confident. Pep said we've worked on it. Pep said after the game, I did what I thought's best. Face value. They need to face the front. They never done. But Chelsea were good, but they need to look inside, man. Obviously, it was a bit unfortunate from a neutral point of view to see Thiago and Kevin De Bruyne miss out on playing the full final because that's what you work for. But City bottled it. Like City bottled it. Gundogan's been scoring goals for you, so you play him as a 6. In this game of all games, the one time you want to change it. When I saw no Fernandinho, I thought you're playing a dangerous game. You're playing a very dangerous game. That chance that you lot scored. What is the City defenders doing? Like Stones is doing a madness. Dyer's doing a madness. Maybe Fernandinho saves them then, because he's the sort of guy he might read that.
He would have been screening and he might
he might save them. But that's spots and maybes.
But DG, you see when man them were comparing Kai Havertz to Smith Rowe. Can we talk about that? Because
is this what you're doing? You're spending 90 million to draw out a young Are you on the Dutch of anything? Why are you putting youngers? Calm it down, fam. Why are you putting youngers?
Man, we're talking about Shy Kai. I told you this guy's a baller.
Matisse, before we do the Havertz thing, let's not pretend like he didn't overrun it, blood, and the goalkeeper slowed the ball down with his hand, bro.
Listen, Edison would have been getting sent off. He would have been getting sent off because his hand was outside
it was
the box.
a poor touch, bro. That was going out for a throw-in, that touch, blood.
Sent off.
Going out for a throw-in, and the goalkeeper's hand slowed the ball down. Real talk, the touch wasn't a good one, innit? But it doesn't matter. You make your own luck, innit?
You scored in the Champions League final. You make your own luck. History thing, but he done his thing. But I don't know why man are going for the youngers.
Man City have very soft bellies, bruv. That football club, yeah, they've got very good footballers, but bruv, in the big moments, yeah,
mentality is not there, man.
De Bruyne didn't turn up for them even before the injury. He was stinking the place out. Mahrez was a myth. They got to, bruv. Sterling got pocketed by James, but I seen him pocketed by Wan-Bissaka. Anytime he comes up against a fullback that don't dive in, he gets pocketed. He's so predictable. You know, it's so predictable. Man just wants to come inside on the right foot all the time. It's so predictable, bro. Like literally, when I look at that Man City
trying to
team,
grab free kicks and shit. Yeah,
it's mad. When I look at that City team, all of that talent, but bruv, it's the character. Like Chelsea, you see Rudiger, you're trying to wind everyone up, bro. Like
he's done the drill. That's what you need. You need characters.
And you need dogs, bro.
The boss as well,
bruv. You need dogs when you want to be champions. Yeah, when you want to win the big trophies. It's beef, innit? It's not a football team, bro. It's about more than football.
It's not Pep and Tuchel pretty football. It's fighting who wants it the most. And them City players didn't want it. Like I never saw Pep Guardiola as a man that wanted it. Do you know how much critics he could have shut up at City? You can't win it without Messi. Bro, hella things is dead that day. Same way Thomas Tuchel, if he's had any shut up couple things. But is where it is. Will they get to a final a year from now? That's their goal. But you never know what next season throws up.
I gotta give massive credit to Christensen, man, because he came in for Thiago Silva and everybody's reaction was like, yo, a legend of the game is coming off the pitch. Chelsea are screwed now. But he did the same thing away from him to Tottenham.
You're capping. No one said that way.
But people were shook. You know what I'm saying?
Be happy you're winning, but don't cap on people. Nobody cried about Thiago. Everyone wanted Thiago Silva to stay on, but no one said it over.
But for the people that wanted Chelsea to lose, when they see Thiago Silva going off, they said, oh, I was doing a watch along with a Man City fan. He looked at me, he's like, are you shook now?
Twitter boyfriend
was coming off. Yeah, I'm saying, he said, are you shook? Who?
You, bro, you're bringing your Twitter boyfriends to over here.
Listen, DG, yeah?
I don't know.
DG, are you in Europe next year?
Are you
on Virgin Trains?
I'm in Europe.
Virgin Trains and coaches across the country? Are you taking flights or not?
I'm in Europe. I'm going Barca when we're allowed out, but I'm going to Italian.
I'm in Europe.
DG is in Europe. I fuck with that, but you saw the goal I scored on my Instagram. Let's go play football right now. Fuck with that, Matisse. Fuck with that. Fuck with this football thing.
Let me get my contact lenses first, didn't it? Yo, I'm telling you. But no, Christensen, man, he was a bad boy on the pitch. Kante, 4 man of the matches in a row in the Champions League, masterclass. Everybody was brilliant, man. Only Timo Werner in that first half was I slightly getting annoyed with. But in the end, it didn't matter. The missed kick didn't matter, which is great because if it did, it would have been peak. So I'm just glad we got away with that one, man. Because I'm glad we got away with it.
Man, need to pattern this thing up, yeah. You see this De Bruyne thing? Bro, he played false 9 all season and City were clarting teams 5-0. No one was saying that man's out of position and he shouldn't be playing there. As soon as these men get patterned, man want to talk shit.
Listen, in now.
They're having some bullshit, bruv. De Bruyne looks shit, yeah, because he had man in and around him, bro, that weren't allowing him to turn, bro. That's it. Bruv, if you make De Bruyne play the way he's facing, yeah, with his back to goal, he's done out, bro. He's done out. He ain't got the fluidity of movement and touch to receive the ball on the half turn and go past a man. Nah, bro, that's not De Bruyne, blood. As long as you don't let him turn in that false 9, he's doing fuck all, mate. That's all he's doing. He's bouncing it back to man and then he's just trotting away. Man ain't even got that burst of pace no more, bruv. He looks about a stone overweight as well, bruv. Man have to keep it a buck, bro. Man have to keep it a buck, bro. He don't physically look at his best, bro. But if you give this brother time and space, he will kill you because he's an elite level footballer. But most elite level footballers, if you give them time and space, they're gonna do something.
Any half decent football, the guy who plays midfield in my midfield at Arsenal. You give him a million years on the ball, bro. He looks decent. Like,
this is why you have to close off the passing lanes to De Bruyne, and that's what
you
did
do all the time.
You know what I mean? You have to shield him. And the thing is, with De Bruyne, he's been, like you said, he's been playing false 9. Do you know what I mean? That was my predicted lineup. It was De Bruyne, Mahrez, and Foden. I don't know where Sterling came from, but it is where it is. I don't know where he came from, but it is where it is. But there's no excuses. Do you know what I mean? That was the front. That was the front three I predicted. Sterling was there, too busy twerking. Do you know what I mean? Up on Reece James and trying to win fouls.
Why you watching man shake their back? You're beaky, you know, Matisse. I can't lie.
Hey, listen, DG, stop all this madness. Stop all this madness.
This is the
stop all this madness. Is this what Arsenal fans got to clap back now?
You see what happens when man drink and they're still wave. You see,
I'm not drinking. I wanted to watch that game in 4K, not in 720p.
There's been no drinks. You're watching next man.
There's been no drinks.
You're watching young men. You're talking about working.
This is what Arsenal fans have got now. This is what Arsenal fans have got now.
You see the man in their videos on roundabouts late at night. You're beaky, bro.
Listen, Arsenal, Arsenal out here finishing with Leeds and whatnot in the Premier League.
I hear that.
And the Brentford have come up, and another London club potentially going to take your place.
You definitely are not giving off the vibes of
someone. So because London is blue now, this is what you're coming with. Is this what's going on?
You look like you generally are behaving like a man.
Was he twerking or not? Was he not twerking?
I don't know what next man was doing, bro. I don't know.
He was all over the floor, dropping on my man, trying to get a book. Did you not see that?
What made you think? I don't know about.
Did you not see all of that?
Bro. The shorts are already getting shorter in football. They need to pattern it when you got predators like you.
Behave yourself. Behave yourself, DG. This is the smoke he's coming on.
I knew you was coming with this London is blue, Chelsea this.
It's facts. Because you man are listen.
That's man are racist or what?
It's facts that London is blue. Man,
you man are racist. I don't care.
1930s.
I don't care. You man are racist. I don't care.
1930s.
I don't care. I don't care.
Ultimate team titles. Man, never talking about.
Can you go to the celebrations? Can you go to the celebrations?
It's crazy.
Can you go to the celebrations?
Can we just have a? Can we have a serious
talk? To your team?
Is London blue or not? Is London blue?
You go to your team celebrations.
Is London blue or not?
Can you go to your team celebrations without getting clotted?
Of course I can. Why would I get clotted?
Because you're gonna say I'm not one of them in it. I'm not like them in it. I'm not like them.
Fan base love me. I'm an IC3,
but I'm not like them, mate. I'm not like them. I vote Tory, you know.
Bro, I'll turn up there with the flag and everything. Blue flag flying high. What are you talking about?
Mate, I don't mind everyone's life matters. You don't need to be the Black Lives Matter. That's what you're on, Matisse. You're beaky.
DG's rattled, fam. DG's rattled.
I'm not rattled.
DG can't even stick to football because he's rattled.
It's when you came for Smith Rowe, mate. It's when you came for Smith Rowe. My man is still in.
Bro, listen. If you control your fan base, innit? Control your fan base. Because when you came to the Emirates and Smith Rowe was doing up ting, I remember the Kai Havertz comparisons.
Oh, what? So what? Are you saying that Arsenal did the double against the European champions? I'll take that. So you're only as good as the
shameless, bro.
I'm shameless, bro. I'm shameless, bro.
How the mighty Arsenal have fallen. Man, they've not even been able to book trips to Kazakhstan. You know that stadium with the choo-choo train, Thomas the Tank Engine in front of the crowd. You can't even go there.
Man,
you can't even go there.
Smith Rowe is just 20, bro. You're beaky.
Listen, Havertz is 21. Havertz is 21.
Bro, I hear that, but I'm not looking at him
Okay,
twerking.
listen, but when it was okay to run the comparison, you ran it. But now that Kai Havertz has scored in the Champions League,
but why are you watching man shorts? That's all I want to know, bro.
Listen, the yellow submarines, innit? I'm here with the yellow submarine victims today. That's crazy.
My guy, bro.
The Villarreal victims. Is that what we're doing? The Villarreal victims are piping up. Are we crazy?
DFC, boy.
The Villarreal victims. My goodness, mid-table La Liga. Man, fam.
Listen, we don't need to talk about Villarreal, blood.
Trust me, bro. Trust me. They got now. I got
us on smoke today.
Yeah, but listen, man ain't even trying to. Man ain't even trying to talk about them, man. There, bro. What's my man saying?
Trust
it's
me,
all Pete.
Shut us up, man.
Listen, yeah. Bottom line, Chelsea did their thing, innit, bro.
Yeah,
Man City are frauds, but the one thing I would say is they're about to go and drop a hell of a lot of money, bro, because their chairman was coming out talking violently, bro. So it means that they're gonna drop another 200 easy. They're dropping 200. I wouldn't be surprised to see Grealish and Kane go there. And if they get Grealish and Kane, that's the whole thing. Lock off, blood.
Forget about a lot of things.
The whole thing, bro. Because you see what Grealish started yesterday, even playing with them donuts. He's different,
bro. He's one of them. When he plays with better players, like it's a crime scene. Like he's no disrespect to the Master Villa, man, but you don't have to drag the team through it. Like you look to your left, you look to your right, you see movement. It's scary, man. It's scary. I'm scared about them getting Kane as well because Kane always speaks about wanting to improve. That's Pep Guardiola, so God knows what they're going to be on. You know, will that be the actual only two signings? God knows. They might have next things planned. Because you hear Hillerman want to leave.
If Grealish was to replace Sterling, you're on some serious business. Because I personally don't even think City need Kane. I think it would be a great, it'd be a massive addition. But you can see City know how to play with the false nine already. They've been doing it for years. Do you know what I mean?
It's dead though, man. It's like you, man. You lot can do the false nine, but sometimes you're gonna need a striker. There's gonna be 100%. Games I'm sure you've had. So I don't know about that one, Matisse, about they don't need Kane or
I think City could, because the way they're set up with the system and the style of play is so clear for them that we've seen Sterling bag 20 goals because he's just there for the tapping. So I think City of all clubs,
like against you, man.
Yeah,
if
they had to find another solution, a cheaper alternative, I think they would be one of the clubs that you could say, okay, we can handle it. But Grealish, I think, is on that left-hand side would be nuts. Do you know what I mean? Because you've got Mahrez, you've got Foden, you've got De Bruyne, but that left-hand side right now, Foden's had to go out there. But when Foden moved into the middle of the pitch, when De Bruyne came off, that's when Foden started getting even more touches. He took up this cam role that De Bruyne was playing just behind Jesus, and he got loads of touches.
He probably had their best chance when Rudiger, was it his shot that Rudiger jumped in front of?
Yeah. And then that Mahrez shot.
That was Foden's chance. Yeah, but Foden was dead still.
Yeah, he was dead. They were all dead.
Yeah, man were rubbed in it, and that's the thing. Like when I look at Man City, it's like it's the characters, bro. You know what I mean? There's certain man, even though they're good footballers, yeah, I don't look at these men and say, yo, these men are winners, bro. You know them ones. When I see Rudiger, yeah, just shit housing, bro, like wanting to fight everyone. I'm like, yo, you see them kind of man there, bro.
They're not on it. They're not on it.
You need a few of them dogs in your team.
Look at Thiago. He's not trying to do back-to-back L's in a final. You need man that want to fight for this thing.
That's what it is. And with City, when the thing weren't going their way, how many men look like, yo, we're ready to bite down on the gum shield and swing it out, bruv? They're man feeling sorry for themselves. Them man just feeling hella sorry for themselves. Them man really believed it wasn't their day and they weren't trying to do nothing about it. You know, like that. Soft youths, blood. And that's why they need some dogs in there, bro. They need some fucking dogs, bruv. And that's what man used to get onto Arsenal about, bruv. Man used to have all the tippy-tappy ballers and that. But when it was time to do the dog work, everyone's looking at each other.
And again, everyone's looking at each other. For me. Like, that's the one. Fernandinho Rodri ain't really on the par, but at least if Rodri's there, I could say someone's in there to do the tactical fouling. To not go with Fernandinho, and again, Matisse, I don't know if you know, how many shots did City actually have? Because we're here actually scratching our heads. They doubled down on the attacking thing. We're saying a half. It's not even a shot really from Foden because it's blocked. Mahrez hit the post.
Mahrez is shot. That's it. Yeah, just over.
Like,
I don't remember too much. To be honest, I don't really remember too much. There was a couple near moments where Aspilicueta had to make a really, really good interception when it came across the box and probably would have been a tap-in. But Mendy didn't have to do too much. You're right. Do you know what I mean? It was mainly we created quite a few chances. Pulisic just wide. You know, he should have scored. Werner missed kick. That was nuts. So, you know, yeah, on the balance of play, we actually, you know, we were better than them. So, but that's 3 times now. And I remember when Lampard was getting chopped up by Ollie, and I was wondering, how is this possible? I don't know. Sometimes I think a manager can just get in someone's head, and they can have them second guessing themselves every single time they step out onto the pitch, because I can't for the life of me think why Pep would have done what he did unless Tuchel's a little bit in his head.
What's their record like in Germany between them? You know?
Their
record in Germany between them, because I don't know.
I'd say
if Thomas is bullying him before, then I could say he's kind of picked up.
I think Pep's record was decent, innit? Bayern Munich versus Dortmund's never really a decent playing field for anybody to handle. But I think Pep's record was decent. I think it's just since he come to Chelsea, it's 3 wins now. It's kind of crazy. And to be honest, all 3 wins were important. City fans will try to play it off like they weren't, with their scarves trying to celebrate for that game at the Etihad. They were outside the ground waiting for the celebrations. They couldn't get it done. FA Cup semi-final. That domestic treble would have been sweet. So that's 3 important games that have been lost now, and every single possible lineup and variable that they could have thrown out with every combination has been tried, and it's all come unstuck. So it's crazy.
Facts. Yeah, bro. Like I don't think they can say any of them games weren't important, because, bruv, especially the Premier League games, bro. Like, had you not won one of them games, you probably wouldn't have been in the top 4. Not that it would have mattered, because you won the Champions League anyway. But at the time, it mattered. You know what I mean? 100%. You didn't know you was going to win the Champions League. So every win, a man say about the Tuchel and Pep thing, bro. The bottom line is, stylistically, Tuchel is the worst kind of manager for Pep. You've seen it, bro. Even Ollie beats Pep, bro. Because my teams that aren't super offensive and play on the counter always do Pep problems, because the thing is with high pressing teams like Pep Guardiola's teams, high pressing possession teams, their kryptonite is counter-attacking football, because when you counter these man, when you counter them, man, they're out of their defensive shape. You can't attack and defend at the same time, bro. It's just like when you're fighting, you can't punch and block at the same time. Something's got to give, you know, like that. Something's got to give, blood. When you take the risk to throw that bang, bro.
You gotta leave yourself open.
Bro, if you throw that right hand, that left hook might loop over the top. That's all I'm saying, innit? That's just how it is when you fight, innit? You can't attack and defend at the same time. So you're most vulnerable when you're attacking, bro, because you're out of defensive shape. So when you find a team that transition quickly from back to front, which Chelsea do, especially with Werner, it's not a 3 pass, 4 pass, it's 1 pass, and then it's up there, bro. It's mad. Do you know what I'm saying? So when you've got a team like that, you have to make your possession count. You can't just have possession for possession's sake, like what Man City were having. Do you know what I mean? How many? They had 1 shot. They had 1 shot on target. So that means for all of the ball you had, you're not even working the keeper.
You didn't do shit. Arrogance.
You didn't do nothing.
Mad arrogance. They thought they just turn up here and win it and things. It's like they were almost too comfortable. They weren't that healthy pressure. Maybe Chelsea losing the FA Cup was probably the best thing ever, because there's any sort of complacency is out. No one wants to get to 2 finals and lose, because you just saw Chelsea. If they were going to lose, you're taking it over their dead body sort of thing. You saw Mount wanted to leave it there. James wanted to leave it. I don't know what it is. They'd have to tell you, but it's probably everything. Preparation, tactics, managers, just everything with Chelsea looked like it was serious, and everything with City went wrong, man. It just looked like, I don't know, man. It just felt to me like they just thought this is another Premier League game against, no disrespect, but I don't even know. Like, I don't even want to say a team like a Sheffield United or whatever. Like, they just thought, we'll pass the ball around, gaps will open up. There weren't enough sort of, I don't know the word, but it's like they didn't want revenge, because forget the FA Cup. The Champions League, them man have beat you twice. Do you not want to put respect on your name again? I never saw none of that from City. It was dead. Even
the factor of Thiago Silva and Tuchel coming back for redemption, they were in the final last year and lost, so they're carrying that pain with them.
Exactly.
And then add in, your Masons, your Reece, Jorginho crying at the end of the Real Madrid game on the floor, just like, how badly he wants this, because the amount of heat he's taken from our fan base. Chelsea's fan base is very ruthless. They've been very ruthless with Jorginho. They've been very ruthless with Rudiger. And even I had to apologize. I was like, you're way better than I thought you. I'd never think you was going to be playing in world-class form. So a lot of our players have actually taken quite a bit of heat from our fan base. And then a lot of our players as well have not won anything before. Some of them as well are coming back for redemption from finals that they've lost, or from finals in the FA Cup against Arsenal, the FA Cup against Leicester. There's so much anger and aggression in this team in terms of actually having to get something over the line for this club. I'm not even really surprised that we showed that maybe extra 5-10% in terms of hunger, because Man City been winning trophies all season, isn't it? They're just, this is normal to them. So, and it was their first final as well. And I think people keep forgetting that the final is a feeling and a pressure that you'll never experience until you get there. For the first time.
But I know it's Champions League final and that, and I hear you're right on that. I 100% agree. But it's like a lot of them, you know, if you ain't winning a final, if you ain't won something at City in terms of a cup final, you've won something elsewhere. You've played in finals. I know the Cagliari isn't the Champions League, but apart from the signing and the theme music, as an Arsenal fan, I can't even remember the music of the Champions League, but all of that is different, innit? It's the same fucking thing. Like, I can't lie. I just think them, like Rants is saying, them City players, they're just soft. They just didn't want it enough. Like, there's just not that extra fiber in there. And yeah, just didn't want it enough. The whole team was naive. Like, everyone was naive. I don't know what they thought. They just thought it was a Disneyland thing. Them man there beat us twice. We're due a win. Like, it won't surprise me the first game of next season they beat you. Not like it means anything then.
I have to ask you guys, yeah, obviously now we're one European Cup behind Man United. Yeah, that's big. What would you guys value more for your clubs, a Premier League title or a Champions League? Because I've seen this debate going around there.
Me, I ain't seen my team win champs. You're asking me, bro. I do a lot for champs, bro. I'll sell your soul for Champions League, my brother. I can't lie to you. You're Chelsea.
Nah, yeah. I'd definitely rather a Premier League title, because it's one of them ones where, bruv, my team is shit, bro. Like, man can't win Champs League, innit? And if we did win Champs League, it still don't take the pain of all the bullshit I've had to watch for how many years, bro. Man need a Premier League title. That's the only way man can judge real progression here with this football team. Like, the Champions League thing don't really matter to me. Do you know what I mean? Don't matter to me. As much as you're one behind us, bro, in the next 10 years, you'll be past us, bro. Like, do you know what I'm saying? Like, I think a lot is made of the recent history of United and all that. But, bro, in Europe, we ain't been good, innit? My whole life, as much as we dominated domestically in Europe, we've been shit, innit? So, like, it is what it is, really, innit, bro? I think people want to rewrite history and that. We're just not that, bro. We ain't really been that. You know what I mean? We're domestic giants, bro. But, like, literally, European-wise, bro, in the last, 30 years since I've been on this planet, ain't nothing to write home about in Europe. You know, like, that ain't nothing to write home about. Man, is what it is, blood. You know what I mean? Man could get Villarreal, man could get Bilbao, man can get Sevilla, blood. I've seen my team get touched by all these Spanish teams.
Well, I've seen good teams and shit teams pamper Arsenal in the cup.
You know, like, literally, that's what it is. As far as I'm concerned, yeah, until United get a proper manager, you know what I mean? Like a Tuchel,
Conte's available.
Like a Conte. Conte's getting Spurs. Like a Conte.
But how are you not involved in that conversation?
Bro, United don't want to get rid of my. The only thing United want to win, is the shareholders awards, blood. That's what they care about. That's all they care about, bro. United are not a serious football club.
Shareholders.
They're not a serious football club, bro. Imagine, man seen Zidane, Ancelotti, flipping Conte, man seen Allegri, man has seen Pochettino. All these names getting talked about moving around. None of them ain't coming nowhere near the fucking M6, blood. I want to know why, blood. You know, like that. Imagine, man lost the cup final and the next day I'm seeing reports of a new deal being signed. What? The next day? Brother.
With all these managers available.
Them man are only saying that Oli had 2 hours sleep. So that means, it's like, brother, man still got the sleep in his eyes and man's talking about signing new deals. The same loser crust from the final in his eyes, blood. And man's talking about new deal. Bro,
but it's the audacity of giving him a new deal when all these men were available. You had Allegri out there, Conte out there, Zidane's out there, Poch is thinking of leaving PSG because maybe all the politics. All these managers available, or Ancelotti, just watch Real Madrid just come and scoop him out of Everton like it was nothing. All these managers around, and you man are thinking about giving a new deal to this guy. It's crazy.
Because they're comfortable. Like, to do things is to do things and want to fix up the team. And you got to make uncomfortable decisions. You've got to make yourself uncomfortable. And much like a bit different, but much like Arsenal, people involved at United, at least to fans level, they don't want to be uncomfortable. You lot have had to make uncomfortable decisions. You lot sack a manager every week. Like, is it too unrealistic to believe that? I don't want it to happen because I like Thomas, but if it's not going a certain sort of way, you can't rely on that Champions League laurel. You're gone. There's a difficult decision. You lot didn't want to sack Lampard. I'm sure everyone didn't want him, the sentiments, but tough decisions have to be made. Giving Ollie a 3-year deal just means because let's be real, I'm sure Ollie's asking for transfers, but if you don't bring him a certain player, is he going there and saying, why isn't he here? What the F's going on? They're not making scenes with these guys.
Yo, this person in the chat, what's his name? Kojak, the street scholar. My apologies, brother. So I seen him, at West Brompton Tube Station, and I didn't I'm not used to anybody like he recognized me.
Maybe when your own ends. Shut up,
I didn't know. No, it's not even that. Listen, DG, when you was taking that shot, on Instagram, I know you screwing up your face thinking about Arsenal season before you licked that shot into the top corner.
I'm trying to show you love, and you're like, oh, what's that? Where's the drinks? You're big.
No, do you know what it is? Do you know what it is? I didn't know. Like, I'm not used to anybody approaching me, so I was like, yo, what's going on? I'm back in London. I've just come back from Ireland and I'm back in London. And listen, everybody see what's going on in Hyde Park and everything. I'm very standoffish in London. I make sure that I'm keeping myself to myself. So when I seen this brother came up to me, I was like, oh shit. And I didn't know what to do in it. No, but he went to shake my hand, and obviously I'm very nice in it. If I'd known he'd known me off YouTube, I would have shook his hand, but I didn't know what was going on.
I'm not doing all of that.
I didn't know what was going on. I was so confused, fam. I was so confused. And my head was gone as well. We was trying to prepare the work, but my head was gone. Apologies, my guy.
You said that though, they're the sort of man that will end up hating you just because of that,
Nah, he knows it's all love. I honestly just didn't know what was going on. I was so confused. I was like, how can someone recognize me right now?
I hear that. Nah, sometimes man are just in their own world, blood. When I'm on the road and I've got my music on, blood, I'm not really taking enough.
But you know what? When you do these streams, innit, I know people are watching, but you don't deep that there's people in real life that are watching this and will recognize you. So I was just like, where do you know me from? I don't do anything. I was so confused, fam.
No, 100. No, it gets like that, bruv.
Shout out experience, man. Shout out Kojak.
Yeah, trust me. Big up all the supporters, bruv. This comment here, I left it on the screen. It's crack, innit? It's crack. It has to be crack. This is just what it is, bro.
And that's why here.
Yeah, bro. And this is why I say,
that's a club ball right there.
This is why I say I'll never take no piece from the club, bro. Because then you're compromised and you have to say stuff like that you don't believe in.
He's a club.
You know, like that.
How can man
say, How can man say we made up ground on Liverpool? Based on what, bro?
That you capping.
They had their worst season in God knows how long. No centre back. A man finished 5 points behind us and beat us, blood. Like, what's man talking about? You see, when man says things like this, I genuinely think, like, how do you sleep at night, bro? Like, how do you sleep
care about the bank balance, man? They just don't care about the capping.
It don't make no sense, bro. And that's why I'll continue to do things the hard way, because, bruv, I ain't kissing no one's ass, bro.
Trust me.
I flat out refuse, blood.
You must not feel good lying. You must not feel good lying. Like, you go home lying.
DG, fam, you're killing me today.
But it can't be. No, on a serious note, I understand. Listen, we're not naive in it. We can agree, we can disagree with what people are doing, but we understand there's money to be made and things. Well, I'm not a fan of his lying. Like, obviously, if United somehow finish ahead of them again, it can make us look stupid. But you know they haven't. You know you have not made ground up on Liverpool, because you're the very fact of you're talking about Liverpool. Like, there was a time, man, they didn't really speak about Liverpool when United were on top. Like, it's just, you're just telling lies, Rio. It don't make no sense.
Yeah, no. Listen, all respect to Rio, but I listen. You know the variables at play with Liverpool this season. Everybody knows it, and I think even still, with all of that said and done, with all the injuries, with all of the turmoil off the pitch, with all of the, and listen again, Man United, we've been speaking about it, not really playing to a style, not playing. You know, look at Tuchel, look at Klopp, look at Pep. They have styles of play. We can't still identify Man United's style when push comes to shove in the final. We don't really know what they're on, and let's be real. There has been a lot of late winners. There's been a lot of individualism. There's been a lot of Bruno and Pogba last minute, come from behind. It's not really, it's a fugazi. It's a fugazi. It doesn't exist.
Is man pretending like Liverpool wouldn't have battered Villarreal, blood, in that final, like 4-0 or something.
This is the thing.
Wow, they're skunked, bro.
It's crazy. And the thing is, even after all that, Liverpool are 5 points behind.
Clouds, man.
Bro, it don't make no sense, bro.
Capping.
Bro, it don't make no sense. And see, when I see stuff like that, bro, it just makes my head hot, because it's like, what are you doing, bro? You're putting literally a battery in the back of them dickheads on Twitter for them to run this nonsense, bro. It don't make no sense. And also, you're allowing the club to continue, to just bend man over, because that's what they're doing, bruv.
But is it because that they used to like? Is it because they're friendly with Solskjaer and it's difficult?
Of course
to
it is, blood.
That's what it is, isn't it?
Of course,
we're just keeping it a buck. It's not easy to criticize a friend. It's not easy to criticize a friend.
But there's a way in doing it. Like I hear some man do it. Like so, even Darren Bent at times he does it in smart little ways where you can tell he don't want to draw someone out, but he will say little things. When you do that, you're making out that Ollie's arguably overperforming. Where fair enough, he's finished second, but you're lying to yourself. Like you're just lying. Like how can anyone respect someone that's lying? Because surely if you lie, you ain't got no integrity. It's as simple as that. I
remember the whole new contract, get it out, sign whatever you want. So it's hard to do a 180 in it and be like, yo, he's got to go. But at the end of the day, Man United are not making progress. They're not making progress. You can see that from every single level, man. You can see that from every level of football. They're not making progress.
I mean, the one thing he's right about is it's not just Ollie. Like, so sacking Ollie is not going to solve all of United's problems. It's a massive start, though.
100%.
Oh, bro, it's a huge start, bro. Sacking Ollie would solve a lot of problems, though, because you can't bring in anyone worse. So straight away, we're going to improve by sacking.
Hey, Carrick might get the role. You never know.
Nah. You legit can't bring in anyone worse.
In a game, I'm sorry, but
I like Carrick as a footballer. That's about it. As a coach, he can do one, bruv. What's man done? What's man done in football? He's done out here, fam.
It's true.
I mean, when was the last time Man United won a trophy? 4 years ago, was it? Crazy. From the moment you're in a final with Villarreal, with a much superior team that has been heavily invested and backed with a squad, because Man United have a squad. They don't have 11, they have a squad. And you can't change that game to make it in your favor so it doesn't go to penalties. I'm sorry, you're not good enough. You're not good enough. You should be able to influence that game from the side and make that win. Make that win happen. You should be able to.
100%, bro. And he couldn't because he's a bum, bro. You know what I'm saying? And that's just what it is. He's an actual bum, bro. And that's why, you see when Craig Burley was unloading the clip, fam. And he said, these little pussy-os, that are his brethrens that don't want to put it on, man, you know who you are, bro. You know, and he didn't need to name names, blood, because there's a lot of these, man. You know them, man. These men are the quickest to blame the players, bro, but the players don't make the substitutions.
This is it. That's what I don't understand, because it's not like you're doing the Defender Avengers thing for everyone. Then I couldn't understand it, but I could say, all right, cool, there's some logic. You can't hand it all to the players and then praise Ollie when you win, and then start looking around and talking about this, that, and the other. You just look silly. But again, they're probably WhatsApping each other after the game's done and whatnot, so they're never going to draw him out.
100%. You already know what it is, brother. And these are the first people, to blame everyone else, blood.
So absolutely,
it's just for me. It's just for me when you can see world-class managers with pedigree and history behind them names, and you're trying to tell me Ollie's the best man for the job. In what world is that possible? Like, even if you rate him, you don't rate him more than Conte. You don't rate him more than Allegri. You don't rate him more than Poch. You don't rate him more than Zidane. It's not possible. It's not physically, humanly possible.
What is his project at United? What's he doing? The only thing he looks like he's good at doing, there's less of the old Martial, Rashford, Pogba, unhappy stories directly with the manager. That's the only thing I really see. There's less of that, but there's got to be more to that. You know, you can give him an actual role just to focus on that. If you want a motivator in the dressing room, make him that. Don't just make him a manager. Let him be a mascot. Like, because that seems like what he's on.
100%, bro. No, I mean, so this whole Man United thing, bro, seeing the way Spurs are moving, bringing in a DOF and a manager, like, bruv, and then Man United and Arsenal are just out here reminiscing on the good times, Premier League years and that.
Tired.
Yeah. But trust me, next season's mad.
I must say, Conte and Tottenham don't suit each other off the bat. They don't. And the thing is with Conte is he's a very, very aggressive youth. Like, he's not going to stand.
Conference. Leaving did not give me the money for this player, so I have not got him. That's why I'm hoping it goes terrible.
Even when he won the Scudetto, earlier on during that season, he was drawing out for the Inter board because he didn't get this. This brother's going to want to sign 33-year-old Kolarov. You know what I mean? 36-year-old Ashley Young, and that Tottenham board are going to have to get with the program. And Tottenham's way has always to be buy young. Do you know what I mean? Sell on. Do you know what I mean? Buy in-house with your Dele Allis from MK Dons, with your Matt dots from EastEnders at Wolves. You know what I mean? That's where they go. And to then be going for 33-year-old, 35-year-old Bonucci when he asked for it is a whole different situation. So stingy Levy's not going to be able to run with Conte, because I'm telling you,
but saying that, but Levy gave Jose money as well, and Jose didn't win nothing, bro. So don't get it twisted. Levy will give man peas, bro. He wouldn't go there unless he was promised a certain amount of money. And the one thing about Levy, I mean, not Levy.
Who did they buy on the Jose? Who did they buy?
Bruv, in that last window, they brought in like 6-7 men, bro.
It's to me, it seemed like they addressed areas they needed. Like, again, they signed a striker, they needed one. It just felt like
wasn't no big boy signings though. That's the thing.
Bale was there, but that was that.
Conte's gonna want the whole truck, fam.
Yeah, he's gonna want everything.
Yeah, but the difference is Conte brings in man that aren't necessarily the most attractive, aren't gonna cost a lot. All stuff like the Doherty signing and that. Watch Conte turn him into a player, bro. I wouldn't be surprised. That brother turned Victor Moses into Cafu, blood. You remember it?
Yeah.
He did. And Marcus Alonso as well.
Yeah? Conte might go there and do a thing. He's got Reguilon, who's a baller. You know, like that. He just needs to bring in a centre back probably, and he'll get an experienced one that ain't gonna cost too much. You know, like that. Getting
something, yeah.
He'll
say though,
bring in
the mentality of that Tottenham team gonna have to switch up with Conte around, because he don't.
Yeah, but he's a shit, bro. So he will, bro. Like, I genuinely believe players like Dele Alli ain't got no place in a Conte team, yeah, because he's too soft. You get me? So he's gone. You know, like that. But nah, bruv, Conte will love like Højbjerg and that. It's almost like a like for like replacement with him and Jose, blood. Two proper scumbags.
Winks is getting a new lease of life, 100%.
Yeah, what's the ceiling? Could run.
What's the ceiling though? Because they're not they're not winning the league. So
as much as they're giving peas, isn't it?
If they're maybe a FA Cup, Carling Cup.
Well, any kind of cup they'll take, bruv.
A cup and take it. Beggars can't be choosers.
Like
any kind of cup, them men are taking it right now, bruv. Do you know what I'm saying? That's
true,
it, because them men are drinking out the tap right now, blood. You know, like that, bruv.
Dele Alli with Conte, that's going to be interesting if he can get something out of it.
He's going to have to cut them dreads if he wants to succeed under Conte, but that's what
that's what I mean. Look, man saying what? Simone Inzaghi, yeah?
Yeah.
There you go. That means the Lukaku's got to be going to Chelsea, surely.
I'm sure he said he's staying, you know.
He did.
He said he spoke to this new gaffer and that, but he's capping, man.
Yeah, I think
he's saying that he's staying. I don't know, but maybe I don't know. Maybe man,
money talks, man.
And that's the lifestyle and the way that he's been treated out there, innit? Maybe he don't want to come back to England. Who knows?
It's everybody's talking into a bid's put in it, and then we'll see what happens. So if there's no bid as a footballer, you're taught not to say too much in it, because what are you talking about something that doesn't exist?
Surely he will go back to Chelsea though, man. He didn't really get I don't know if it was a fair crack, but he didn't look like he got a fair crack at it. Surely there's that. I don't know if should be the striker he sign. He gets goals, but you look at how Thomas Tuchel likes to play. He'll score goals, but you can see it's gonna have a sell-by date. I don't know.
He said he's staying, but people say a lot of things, is what I would say. People, do you know what I mean? It's lip service in the media. People can say a lot of things. So
and he's got Euros. So do you want to do?
He's got Euros to focus on. He doesn't want to be dealing with.
That's what I mean. Man can say he's staying, yeah, until someone puts in an 80 million bid, and then all of a sudden it's all like, boy,
yeah. And the Premier League, I couldn't turn it down. I'm out of it. Safe.
We'll see what happens. We'll see what happens. But I'd love to take him back, because listen, there's not too many strikers on the market that guarantee you goals like him. I'll take him back. I think beggars can't be choosers. There's not a lot of strikers on the market that are world class right now.
Out of 10.
Out of 10 in terms of his chances of succeeding.
No, fuck all of that. How much you're on, like, condone this signing sort of thing? Because I know you need goals, but is he the right thing considered?
I would say a 7. Obviously, I prefer Kane. That would be the dream, and I would prefer even Erling Haaland as well. But Lukaku would probably be a third choice.
Well, Lukaku and Werner surely can't both play, blood, because that is heart attack.
Bro, you're gonna break his
third choice. Because I know with Kane, then that link up's a lot stronger, because I know Kane can set up Werner for those runs, and Werner's still got to fix his finishing, but it could be a Kane to Son kind of thing. But I know Kane's not happening. And then Erling Haaland's just very young. Do you know what I mean? You're setting yourself up for a very long time. But Lukaku, listen, if you have to adapt a smidge to Lukaku, it can be worth it, because you know he's going to get you goals. And he has improved a lot since being at Inter Milan. He's not the same guy he was at United. You know, and I also think
plays improved, but
yeah, the mentality of him, you know, the personality, the redemption, the fitness, you know what you're getting with Lukaku. At least he's not going to be injury prone and whatnot. So there's a lot of plus sides to it. You know, he's going to be in the box for those Reece James crosses that we don't take advantage of, the Chilwell crosses. So there's a lot of plus sides. There's more pros than cons, and that's just how I look at it when I
you don't prefer that Martinez at the same club as him.
he's another second striker though, and we've got one with Werner. I would worry that they're not prolific enough as a forward line. Like I like Martinez, but I would have signed him then before you get Werner. But I wouldn't take Werner and Lautaro because that for me. That screams like a forward line that can be good, but it's not really prolific. Do you know what I mean? You're not guaranteeing anything, and he's never played in this league as well, which Lukaku has. So if we didn't get Werner, then I would have taken Lautaro. But nah, we don't need another second striker. We need a proper striker now.
No, I agree with that. Yeah. But I just feel like you need someone. You might have been linked with Lewandowski. You need someone that can bag, but someone that can link as well, bro. That's why I don't.
Havertz could be your second striker behind Lukaku if Werner's not pulling his weight.
Let him just do up the 10 now, man. So let him just give him his free role, a proper midfield role. Let him do that up, man. Surely he's got to stop being a position skep Havertz and going everywhere, man. I get that he's adaptable and that amounts a bit like the same, but surely next season there's a bit more fundamentals with it. I know Tuchel's a madman and he does his thing, but surely.
I think if you went with a Lukaku, Kai Havertz, and Mason Mount front three, you get decent change out of that next season. I think.
You get goals. I mean, we can agree. He'll address what you don't have in goals. He's scoring, like he's putting half of these chances away. But it's just the other facets of what I see in a Thomas Tuchel side. I'm like,
I must say, we've coped all season without those facets that you're talking about. Do you know what I mean? So, you know, we're not coped. You know, we've hobbled our way into fourth. But now you add goals into it. It's not like we had a techie guy up front anyway. I mean, Giroud's techie, but he's not quick.
No, I'm talking about like Lukaku can score, but it's like, you got to be able to link up in that Chelsea side. You've got to be able to make runs that you might not necessarily get the ball. I know Lukaku can do a lot of these things, but is there going to be a place where he's a bit potentially
Lukaku will make those runs. I think
he's improved a lot in Italy, though. I'll give him that.
He has improved a lot. Lukaku will make those runs and he'll press because Conte's not going to have nobody playing a free role in his team. It's not possible. So he's definitely going to graft.
Yeah, but Lukaku ain't pressing, bro. Man's like 15 stone. You want man to be pressing?
That's super belly, bro.
Like press what, bruv? You know, like that. I just can't see it, bro. Like he's not.
He presses a bit. He presses a bit. Maybe not the same intensity as next man, but then it's like the pros and cons. You're getting more goals. Maybe your press intensity is dropping off. So
maybe Chelsea use him less frequently. Like he won't always be in the lineup like that. I don't know. Maybe you just have to accept Lukaku at face value for what he is, man. Like you're not getting the tippy tappy link up sort of thing.
I need goals though. I can't lie. I'm sick and tired of these missed chances. It's killing me.
That's the only thing. But the thing is, like. I'm not gonna lie, it's like Werner, even though he misses the chances, bruv, most of the time he makes them with his movement. You know, the ones like other players ain't even getting those chances because they're not making those runs, bro. So it's like that's what it is. It's a catch-22, bruv. Because you say, he's missing chances, but bruv, his directness, and his enthusiasm to run all the time, bro. Like them kind of players, they're special kinds of players, isn't it? You ain't gonna get strikers that want to just do this willing running thing, bro. It's almost like if you could get like a young Jamie Vardy or something like that.
Icy free as well.
Yeah, you know what I mean? That would have been perfect for you.
I do need someone though. When low blocks come, they can still pam goals. I do need that. And someone that can head the ball. Need that someone that can head the ball because this whole not headering thing since Diego Costa's killing me. Tammy, Werner.
If you man want Cavani, you can have him, blood. He's what?
No. We leave him.
Because if you team of the year,
you give us Cavani, and then suddenly you're talking to Harry Kane and all this. Nah.
Team of the year, blood. Cavani, blood. Man, just have Cavani quick.
Not getting involved in one of them triangles again.
Team of the year, blood. He can head a fam. He runs.
Nah.
Trust me, that's what you man need, fam. You man need a Cavani in your life, blood. So you know what I mean. So man
I know you're trying to open up a space for. Yeah, I know you're trying to open up a space for Kane.
You know, I need to open up space for a few ballers. You get me? So you know what I'm saying, man can have that. Then man talk about you can't have Martial, blood. I don't care if they got Martial. He'd actually look like a footballer. Man can't see that. I can't see him succeed in the Premier League. I want him to go abroad. I can't see him stay here and just bins man out at Old Trafford because
PSG wouldn't be bad. PSG for him wouldn't be bad, maybe.
That's what I'm saying. I heard they're getting Hakimi as well, blood. Like PSG are looking to do something still.
They're always looking to do something, but I don't know what it is with that team, man. The mentality of that team is just something wrong.
Yeah, them man are worse than bottlers. Like,
man.
Like you saw with them in the Champions League. The minute they had any adversity, they just started shouting at the ref. Guys are getting sent off for no reason. They're just on a scumbag team. They're just gonna struggle in that regards, man.
100%. You know, like that man said, Mason Mount's created 99 big chances. Only Messi's creating more. Yeah, I hear that. I don't like them stats though. I'm not gonna lie, them big chances because like, how are you creating them from set pieces most of the time? You know, like that, and then man are comparing it to real chances created, bro. A big chance. If I slap the ball here in the 6-yard box, a man misses a header, it's a big chance created, blood. You know what I mean? Them stats are
Is Messi not on free kicks though?
Yeah, he could well be. You know, them ones there. But I'm saying it, them two names should never be in the same sentence ever in life, blood. Unless they got the same shoe size or something. That's the only time I should hear man really talking about them two, man. That's mad. They don't, you know what I mean? That don't make sense.
I don't like
to clash of heads or something.
Mason's. I don't like to throw Mason's name with names.
I don't trust anything like that. From when we were signing Willian, and somehow they were twanging it to make Willian look creative last season. I don't like any of them.
I told you Willian was a
people are magicians, bro. Even Willian, go back to Chelsea. You cried about wanting to.
No. You see all of this reunion thing with Hazard and Willian trying to come back. I'm not trying to hear any of that stuff. You're not trying to hear any of it. No, I wouldn't take Hazard. Do I look like an emotion? I'm not, bro. I'm done with that emotional thing. Once
you snake the gang, you can't come back.
No, it's not even about snaking. It's just the fact that this guy's not been at his peak for 2 years. He's got fitness issues, and also we're trying to do a counter pressing system where we defend from the front. And Hazard's not doing that, and he's not bringing what he used to bring in terms of the attack, the level that he was bringing to compensate for not working hard off the ball. He's not bringing that. So now you're just bringing in a luxury player just due to emotional vibes, and I'm not on that. Do you know what I mean? I'm not on that. We need to move forward. That's the whole point.
Yeah.
Yeah, facts,
crazy.
Man. You know, like that. But boy,
Willian is so good. Who said that?
man are trolling you, innit? Like that's just what it is. You know what I'm saying? Man said Willian's a better player than Ziyech and that, bro. Hey, them man are really. Oh yeah, the famous last words and that, brother. Oh, that's an L, fam.
That's an L.
That's an absolute L. Do you know what I'm
saying? I wasn't even
that
big on Ziyech, but that was crazy.
Ziyech ain't even had to do much to be better than him. That tells you it all. Like,
thanks. You know, Ziyech ain't even really had a great season. He's got to kick on.
Do you know how hard you have to try to like have expectations of Willian, and then somehow he disappoints them? Like I had my opinions of you on the floor, and you've somehow managed to get worse, bro. Willian's a special character, man.
It's true.
100. You lot smash the like. Bro. Do you know what I'm saying? What, we got over 2K in here. Make sure you follow up the man them. Let's get to 1,000 likes. What you man saying anyway for the rest of the day, rest of the week? What you got?
Nothing really. You know, just been taking it ad hoc, just going online. So you catch when you catch me. Really, it was online before this. That's it.
I got all you can eat Chelsea at 10 p.m. I'm going to be talking about just looking at obviously maybe review of the season, looking at some transfer business as well because we're getting linked with Adama Traore, and I've never really given my opinion on that yet. But yeah, we'll just have a proper Chelsea show and just mash it up. Yeah, for me,
like Bobby Lashley, blood. How's man going to get linked with Bobby Lashley?
I understand it, but Traore's end product for me.
No, how can you understand?
I don't have the paces. Because I understand why we're looking for a right wing back. Because but
just Adama Traore.
Not him.
There's no understanding that.
It's got to be Hakimi but for me, I can't be dealing with Adama Traore's end product. I can't be dealing.
Last time I checked, Chelsea already got bounces, man.
Yeah, no, his end product is crazy. I can't be dealing with that.
And I swear, man, I know there's COVID tax, but last time I looked, I'm sure they tried to sell him for 70 to City. This is what I'm talking about. Like, it's nonsense.
Do you think we should give Conte a new deal?
Yeah,
I'd have to see. I mean, we have a policy at Chelsea about not giving players over 30 too many years, and I do agree with it because when they fall off like a cliff. I know it's Conte, but Kante's game is about mobility. So if he
give him a 1 year extension, then
exactly. So we have to see when his contract runs out, and then just. He's Kante. He's not going to kick up a fuss, hopefully.
You know he's on the Fernandinho thing. He's eating healthy and that. He probably just...
he's a little muggy. He's like a fucking...
Hopefully, innit? But I'm just wondering
when you won the champs, bro. Like, he's cool, fam. Like,
hopefully.
Calm, bro.
Yeah, because listen, there'll come a day where Kante can't run anymore, and then it will be mad. So listen,
you need to be looking for a replacement. Now, that's why I kind of... It's not the same, but I understand the consistent Declan Rice links. I kind of get it.
Yeah, we got to use him wisely, man. Don't overuse him. I keep telling Chelsea fans this. Don't play him every single game. Find someone else that can do a job. So then when you bring Kante, you bring him out for the big games. You know what I'm saying?
You shouldn't need him against a low block. Exactly. Sometimes I've seen him play. He should be irrelevant in that because that's not his
Exactly. 100%.
So, yeah, man. I think you lot should give him an extension. You know, like that. It's one of them ones. You don't even need to give man a pay rise. Just give man an extra year on the same piece, blood. It's what it is, bro. Like Chelsea ain't got nothing to lose, bro.
Nothing, man.
No, that's true.
You know like that, bro. It don't cost that
him.
much to fill up a Mini Cooper. You know, like that. Like man will be fine, blood. You'll be fine. These are car mute, blood. So nah, man, it's all right. You know what I mean? Little
I can't even imagine that guy. I can't even imagine that guy negotiating his contract from. Be like,
man, got a little. Yeah,
you just there smiling, man. Just you don't say the word, just smiling.
Yo, Conte, you want 100K, same money as Tammy? Yes.
Yeah, that's it, bro. Man, just sign the thing, bro. Like, you know what I'm saying? No agent.
Just smiling, man.
No, like that. So, nah, man, he deserves the pay. He deserves his money, innit? He deserves a contract, you know, like that. Looks like he's got a new lease of life under the manager. So just let man have the thing, innit?
100%.
Know what I mean? But yo, big up everyone inside. Smash up the likes, people. Make sure you follow the man. Them keep an eye on what's going on. Man's back again at 4:00 with unpopular opinions, people. You get me? And then 7:00 Red Talk. So yeah, boy, busy day. And yeah, man will catch